each and every week, it's like somebody's grandma cooks, and then they bring it, and it's this wonderful home-cooked meal. So, grandma's from Family Life Church today cooking spaghetti just for you. Hey, we've got some announcements happening before we hop into our game today. Hey, Charlie, what's happening tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night we have our weekly worship gathering called TNL, or Thursday Night Live, at Wharton Auditorium. And so it's time of worship. We have actually we have a guest speaker coming in, a missionary from overseas is coming in special for us and sharing his thoughts, experiences, and a message from God for us. So it's going to be exciting.
Hey, so tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, Thursday Night Live, Wharton Auditorium. There are only 3 TNLs left this semester. Only 3.
And only 2 in Wharton, correct?
Yeah, only 2 in Wharton. The last one will be back here in this very room. How many of you are excited that the semester is coming to a close? Anybody?
Yeah, man.
You're excited for finals? That's so fun. No?
Final project. Yay!
Awesome. Hey, so you don't want to miss it. Only 3 TNLs left. Tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, Wharton Auditorium. And then this Friday night, Charlie, what's happening?
It's Freshman Friday. I believe we're going.
Woo!
It's volleyball.
Yeah.
And so are we playing volleyball or are we going to a game?
We're watching volleyball.
We're watching volleyball.
Going to support UL's lady volleyball team. Yeah.
Hey, don't we have some, I guess, former or present volleyball ladies in the house, I believe?
Woo!
Somebody in the house, give it up, give it up. Some good experiences, right? And so we're going to watch them play. And then who are they playing this week, Miranda? Do we know?
Yeah,
Blair, do we know who we're playing this week? It doesn't matter because UL's going to win, right? That's right.
So let's go Freshman Friday. Team that's going to lose.
That's right. And what time are we meeting today that they should? 6:30 here at the cafe. Watch a volleyball game. Cheer on the Cajuns.
Hey, make sure you bring your UL ID with you because that'll get you into the game for free. It's going to be a wonderful time. Rally up with your fellow freshmen and Chi Alpha folks and go support the volleyball team as they beat those other people that we don't even know the name of.
Exactly, because
it's not
matter.
Important.
Right.
We're going to win anyway. Hey, at the end of this semester, there's finals, all that kind of stuff. But then also, Chi Alpha goes to a regional conference called SALT. Has anybody in here been to SALT? Yeah. Hey, did anybody go to Fall Breakaway with us? Anybody make it to Fall Breakaway? Awesome.
That was pretty good.
Hey, Fall Breakaway is wonderful. SALT is kind of like Fall Breakaway on steroids. So Fall Breakaway is our statewide conference. SALT is our regional conference, including Chi Alphas from Louisiana, Texas, Arkansas, Oklahoma, and New Mexico. So all 5 of those. It's in Dallas, downtown Dallas, at the Sheraton Hotel. Wonderful time for your Texas-loving folks. It is absolutely great.
It's a good time. It's from December 30th all the way to January 2nd. We leave that morning to come back. And so there's the spiritual elements there. There's speakers. There's times of worship. There's also roundtable discussions, but a lot of fun stuff, too. We're going to be partying the night away for New Year's Eve and a lot of hanging out and things like that. So it's definitely something that if you're looking to grow with God and really to connect with other students just like us here, man, definitely check it out and we'll get more information. And where can they find more information other than a person here in Chi Alpha?
You can go to, you can find any life group leader. Life group leaders in the room, raise your hand. Yeah. You can ask anybody with their hand raised. You can talk to our staff. Or you can go to saltcentral.com, and so you can find all the information there. You can register online. It's $165.
Right.
But that includes your hotel room for the entire conference, includes your conference fees, includes your 2 lunches while we're there, includes your New Year's Eve party, the whole shebang. So it's $165 if you register before December the 7th.
And what happens if you wait to the 8th or the 9th?
They charge you more money.
Oh, okay, so you really want to register by December 7th. And you can't even go to the bowl game for $165 for a weekend. So I'm telling you, it's going to be a good time. And so it's really worth it.
So check that out. And then also at the end of this semester, the end of every semester, we like to throw a little shindig to celebrate this semester. So we have our Christmas soiree coming up. It's the Tuesday night of finals week, which is perfect because the Wednesday is dead day.
So look, we can hang out all night.
We can party the night away.
Good times.
Then
and sleep in Wednesday morning to study midday, right?
Right.
Or whatever it is.
Of course, that's what I do. So that's going to be at the Petroleum Club here in Lafayette. It's a really swanky kind of place.
Really swanky. So you wear your good duds, so you suit up or whatever for the fellas, ladies, do whatever you do.
You get all dressed
and just
up.
Knock it out, right?
Yeah, there's
a good
great
meal.
Food.
Isn't that a Christmas game thing? We have White Elephant?
Do White Elephant, Dirty Santa, whatever you want to call it. You bring a gift, you put it in the middle, we draw numbers.
Dirty Santa.
And then, I don't know. I've heard it called so many different things. I don't know what you call it. Anyway, you bring a gift, a small gift, you wrap it. So tickets are on sale in the office already. It's $20. It's a gourmet buffet.
And it's good
how
food.
I've heard it called.
And it might be your only time to actually get into the Petroleum Club, so it doesn't matter. They only have like 50 people, and they're all like 80 in there anyway. So we get to
Yeah.
come in for one night and rock it out.
So great stuff. Lots of stuff still happening as the semester's wrapping up. Lots of fun things.
Very cool. That's right. Hey, and if you missed any of this, it's all on our website, www.lachiyalpha.org. Check it out, and you can get more information there as well.
The latest and greatest. You can also sign up for our e-newsletter if you want to know what's happening in the life of Chi Alpha. You can go to the website, put in your email address, and we'll email you every so often to let you know what's happening.
Very so.
Hey, speaking of fun things,
Sure.
we like to have fun here at Free Meal. Do y'all like to have fun?
Anybody like to have fun?
Yeah?
Anybody want to play a game?
Play a little game? Play a little game?
Play a little game.
All right, hey, so from this side of the room, we need a female volunteer. Sophie. Sophie, come on. All right, so from this side, we need a male right here. Come on,
Light,
come on.
right? There you go. Like the name.
You like that? We're going battle of the sexes today. All right. Hey, so come here. Come see. All right, let's introduce you. So tell us your name.
Javen,
All right, and where are you from?
New Iberia.
New Iberia. The Berry. Yeah. Hey, what are you studying?
Physical education, K through 12.
Ah, okay. So what do you want to do? You just want to teach people?
PE teacher.
PE teacher. That's awesome. So what is your favorite day in PE?
When you don't have to exercise.
So what do you want to teach these kids?
Nothing.
All right. Hey, so from this side of the room we have
Sophie,
Woo! Hey, Sophie, where are you from?
Houma, Louisiana.
Down the bayou. Sophie, what are you studying?
Public relations.
And what do you want to do?
Oh, I want to be a journalist, a broadcaster, and a public relations specialist, but all at different times.
So you want to do lots of things, and you want to teach people nothing. I like it. I like it. Hey, so the name of our game today, I don't know if it has a name. What's its name? Ping Pong Egg Drop Awesomeness. And so here's what's going to happen. You will have approximately a minute and a half to bounce the ping pong balls and land as many as you can in the egg crate over here. So Ping Pong Egg Drop Awesomeness. Are y'all ready? Who wants to go first? Ladies first? All right, here we go. Let's do a little paper, rock, scissors, and we'll see who goes first. You ready? So 1, 2, 3, and then you show it. 1, 2, 3, show. You win. Do you want to play or you want to pass? You want him to? All right. So come on down here. Let me get my handy dandy timer ready. And y'all have to cheer. I hear that the ping pong balls land even better when there's cheering. Yeah? Are y'all ready? Yeah? All right. On your mark, get set, go. Go. All right, keep going, keep going.
I get it.
I'm sorry. Y'all keep cheering. He can do it. We got 2. Oh, so close.
All right, now 20 seconds. Here we go.
We got 25 seconds. 25 seconds. Oh.
A minute and a half. We'll go a minute.
15 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, he's on pause 1.
Freaking workout getting the ball.
All right, so 6. Can you do it, Sophie? Sophie, what is your prediction of how many balls you can get in the egg crate?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know.
Can you get more than 6?
I mean, he's a PE teacher, so he should be good at things like this. I'm not really good at handling balls of any sort.
Can you use your public relations skills to get the balls into the crate?
I'll do my best.
All right, hang on, let me set my timer. All right, are y'all ready? Okay, who do we think she can do it? Can Sophie get more than 6? It's a mixed crowd. Are you ready? All right. On your mark, get set, go! 1. We're at 1 so far. Oh! Oh! You got a minute left and only 2 in. 3! Oh! 4! We got 30 seconds. Oh! It's tied. You got 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The time.
All right, it's the showdown. Okay, so you each get 3 balls. 3 balls per person. Do you have 3? There you go. All right, do you have 3? No. All right, take 1 more. Okay. All right, so here we go. You got 3 shots. 3 shots to land 1 or all 3 in the egg crate. You ready? All right. Oh! Oh! All right. So he got 2 out of 3. You got to go 3 out of 3 for this. 3 out of 3. All right, you ready? Let's do it. Oh, you got to get the next 2. The pressure is on. Oh! All right, see if you can get the 1. Just try it. Oh! All right, so we have our winner. And we have prizes somewhere. Do you have prizes, Charlie? Oh, there it is. All right. Hey, so for participating today, Sophie, let's see what we've got here. All right, for participating, you're going home with a TCBY gift card, free yogurt. Give it up for Sophie. And for our winner today, Buffalo Wild Wings it is. Woo! I had a phone. Hey, so each and every week, we endeavor to bring you some entertainment. We endeavor to bring you a wonderful home-cooked meal. Are we succeeding so far? Yeah? Awesome. Hey, so then the last element to our free meal with a message is our message. And so each and every week, we strive to bring you different speakers from around the world. And so coming to us today from Ponchatoula, Louisiana, home of the Strawberry Festival. Y'all give it up for Kelsey Tomes.
Yo, yo, yo. How y'all doing? Good. Is that spaghetti yummy? It was, but now it's eaten, so now it's gone. So sad when the food runs out, when the spaghetti runs out. Hey, so I want to talk about football real quick, but it's okay if you're not a football fan. Don't worry. Or if you're not, in particular, a Saints fan, which I am. Because you can be a Cajuns fan and track with me. So there used to be these commercials, and they would say like, how deep does your fan go? And they would show these fans that were like acting really crazy, that dressed up and did all this crazy stuff and like had these rituals and routines. And I think there's even there's commercials now. They're not how deep does your fan go commercials, but There's this one where it's this dude sitting on a couch and you can hear him thinking out loud, and he's talking about this guy that's been coming over to his house, and he's like really weird and really annoying, but like every time he comes over, their team wins. So he's like, I mean, you know, I got to hand it to him. Like, if it works, like, let's let it happen. So in thinking about how deep does your fan go, it made me want to look up some pictures on the internet of just the links that fans will go to for that. What's wrong? Oh, all right, that's good. Hey, unplug it and then plug it back in. Oh, yeah, that works too. Hey, so in a minute, yeah, Miranda's doing an awesome job. In a minute, you will see some awesome pictures. And actually, like, all you have to do is go to a Cajuns game, and you'll see those guys, like, they have the football. Their outfits have drastically changed over the years. Like, it used to be pretty simple. It was just like the overalls and like a helmet. But now it's the overalls. They have the big white shrimp boots. What are the Cajun Reeboks? I think they're called. Delcom Reeboks. Okay. And then they have like the football helmet, but now the football helmet has spikes on it. And like, you can't even tell who these people are. They're so dressed up. So here's one, Saints. So this guy right here, like, he's completely painted, you know, even his hair. I know you can't really see it, but like, his hair is gold. And this chick, like, she made her own hat, Who Dat. So like, here's the thing. I really like, you know, getting dressed up for games and wearing the right color and all that stuff. But when it comes down to like game time, when it comes down to going to the game, you're lucky if I can find a shirt of the color of the team that I'm going to cheer for, much less like put on shoes or brush my hair. But like, these people, they're serious. Like, their fan seems to go deep. So here's another guy. He is also painted gold. And then he's got like the whistle thing going on, why a whistle? I don't like, is he cheering for the referees, or I don't quite get it, but hey, that's cool, because he obviously made that because they don't sell whistle hats in the store. I've looked. Once I saw that, I was like, I want a whistle hat, and they were like, you have to make it yourself. So there's him. Then there's this guy, that's awesome. He made that out of paper mache. That's made, like, he has to cut himself out of that every single time and then make it again because it's that serious. So like, people get pretty cray. Here is where people, maybe in my opinion, maybe just go a little over the line, like a little too far. So it's tattoos, like sports team tattoos. So here's one. Okay, so if you look in the middle here, this is really where we're focusing. So he is a what fan? Dolphins fan. Okay, so if you can't read it from where you're sitting, it says undefeated 1972 unforgotten. But if you look at the entire picture, this is a picture, like a screenshot from an actual game. If you look up here at the score, so struggle. So no one forgot that they were undefeated in 1972, which I didn't even look that up. Maybe they weren't. Who knows? He probably got that before they lost, like, the one game. But just right on the stomach there. That's good. That's nice. Just right there. So you can tell he's a bit frustrated because, as you can see, there's no one standing around him, which means everyone left the game. But man, undefeated, unforgotten. Here's another one, true art. So this is a girl's arm. Okay, so the Green Bay Packers. And if you can't see, this is cheese. Oh, my light went away. There it is. This is cheese right here. And it's actually in the shape of Wisconsin, I like that. That's art. No, that's really art. And then she's got some stars going on back here that you can't really see. Green, she's got the cursive and then the block letters. She's doing good. And it's the whole arm. Like, she didn't just do like a small, she just went for it, like the whole thing. It's gonna look really good in her wedding dress. Okay, here's a good one. You guys ready for this one? This is Redskins. That is the Hall of Fame since 1932. And it's got their numbers. It's like he took a sheet of paper that he printed off of the internet and he said, I want this. This right here. What is so unfortunate, though, is that, like, at some point, your back stops, right? But there might be more to write. And so, like, where, like, I mean, what, you, like, roll it over to the front? Like, you keep going down? Or, like, what? Like, so, but hey, like, if that's how that's how he shows his fan. Okay, ready? Are you ready? This Super Bowl, what is that, 36? Is that 36? Okay, how many of you know that the Texans did not, in fact, win the Super Bowl? And I think that was in 2012. Listen. They didn't even go to the Super Bowl in 2012. They lost their playoff game. They were a wild card, and then they lost. But that's faith right there. That's like I'm just gonna step out in faith and I'm just gonna believe in this team. Wrong thing to believe in. Like wrong thing to put all your faith in. But that's good. I really like that. And then here's the last one. Okay, here's the last one. His fan goes deep. Okay, you can't really see it. This is a football helmet. This is a football helmet. You can see the football, the helmet brand. He's obviously cheering for the Patriots. He's got the little NFL thing right here. It says Patriots on the back. Not sure what's going on at the tip top of his head. But here is something to note. This is very obviously a mug shot. So I will allow you the liberty. I won't make the connection for you, but I will allow you the liberty to make the connection between face tattoos and prison, okay? You make that connection if you so dream or dare. Okay, so those are Soup's crazy pictures, right? And these people who, really going out for their team, really their fan goes deep. What is interesting though is if you were raised in Louisiana, and I think it happens in other sports teams around the country, but I grew up, my dad took me to Saints games, and back in the Jim Mora, Mike Ditka era, and the Saints weren't so great. They weren't great. They were not good. They were very bad, actually. And back in this time, Saints fans, they would go to the games. Some of them would go to the games, but they would wear bags on their heads. Okay? And so I'm a child, right? Yeah, couldn't give my tickets away. So he's at the game wearing a bag on his head. So they would wear bags on their heads. So me and my dad would go to the games, and I'd be so excited, go see the Saints play, because we would see them on TV, and now we get to see them in real life. And there would be all these people with bags. You could see them with bags on their heads. And I'm like, Dad, why they got a bag on their head? And he's like, oh, well, the Saints aren't doing so well, so they're ashamed to be Saints fans. And so I'm like, I'm a child. I have, my brain is working well. And it's well, why come? Why even go if you got to wear a bag? That's embarrassing. Just stay home and watch them. And so people would kind of make the argument, oh no, I'm a real fan because I still go. But okay, if this is you're going just because you couldn't sell your tickets, because you don't want your money to go to waste, then I would have to argue against, maybe not such a great fan. maybe not such a great fan in the good times and the bad. Like, it's so easy to be a sports fan, or of a particular team. It's so easy to be a fan when things are going well. It's so easy to be, and you guys, like, this era of students for the Raging Cajun football team, it's easy to be a Raging Cajun fan. It's so easy because we're winners. But whenever I was in school, y'all, it wasn't so easy. And I'm not knocking, I'm not whatever, but like, the Cajuns have struggled. Like the football team specifically, the Cajuns have struggled. But there are people who were there at the games, through the wind, through the rain, and they watched the struggle, and they cheered no matter what. And they said, you know what, my Cajuns are my Cajuns, and win or lose, and I'm going to be there. And now get to see the beautiful fruit of, the program blossoming and all this stuff. So that's cool. But again, it's so easy to jump on a bandwagon. It's so easy to be born and raised in Louisiana, like all these other teams, but now that the Saints start winning, like, oh yeah, no, I've been a Saints fan for all my life. When you got your Falcons shirt sticking underneath your your Saints shirt, it's so easy. And when I think about like this whole like fair weather, you're called a fair weather fan if you're just on the bandwagon when your team is doing well, and then when they're not, you're like totally trashing them on the internet or whatever. And I equate that a lot of times to Christianity, to people who would call themselves Christians. When things are going well, oh, God is good, and oh yeah, me and my faith, we're good, and me and God are tight. But when things aren't going so well, they're shaking their hand at God, and they're not wanting to hold so tight to their faith. Or even vice versa, when times of crisis happen. This doesn't really happen in the sports arena, but definitely in our walks with God and with Christians. In times of crisis, it's like, God, save me. I need your help, and I'll never do this again. Please help me, save me, and I'm gonna follow you. I'm gonna do this. But then when the crisis, when the trauma kind of settles down, then you go back to living the way that you're living. And really, you are only a fan of God at your own convenience, just the same as sports fans a lot of times can be a fan at their own convenience. I'm only going to cheer when they're doing well. I'm only going to be there when they're having a winning season. So if you look throughout the Bible, there's character after character that you read about, person after person, and you can tell whether they're, a fair weather fan, whether they're a true fan or not. So I want to look real quick at Job. This guy, his name is Job. It's spelled J-O-B, like the word job, but his name's Job. Confusing? Yes. If you guys have ever watched the show Arrested Development, which some of you have. There's a character on the show. His name is Job, but it's actually spelled G-O-B, like gob. But yeah. Anyway, if J-O-B wasn't confusing enough, okay. So in the book of Job, this is in the Old Testament of the Bible. In the book of Job, it opens up like there's action right away. It opens up. And it's talking about, or it's showing God, and he's talking to the angels, and then Satan shows up, and God's like, "Where'd you come from?" And Satan says, "From roaming the earth, going back and forth on it." And if you kind of look into things, you'll realize that Satan's name, it means the accuser. So he's going back and forth on the earth looking for people to accuse. And in John 10:10 it says, "The thief comes only to steal, kill, and destroy." And so that's what he's doing. He's roaming the earth to and fro, looking to steal, kill, and destroy. And what's interesting about this, it says, God asks, where have you been? And he says, on earth, from roaming the earth. So a lot of times in like cartoons and Hollywood movies and stuff, we see Satan, we see the devil, like he's in hell, right? Like there's fire. He's like, having a field day down in hell. But what this says, he's not in hell. He's here. He's roaming the earth. And so that's something that just a little digression, That's something to pay attention to. He's not in hell waiting for people, all the bad people to come to him. He's here waiting to accuse, waiting to find you and steal, kill, and destroy. And I don't want you to be like looking around the corner, like waiting for like some, again, Hollywood version of the devil with red and a tail and the horns, like, because then it's like, hey man, like I know who you are. He's a lot sneakier than that. So anyway, he's roaming back and forth, looking for people to accuse, looking for people to bring down, and God, he's bragging on his servant Job. He's like, man, look at this guy. He's awesome, and he's just kind of talking about him. And Satan, he's like, well, he's awesome. Duh, he loves you. Because Job, if you read in the story, it says that he was a very wealthy man. He had a lot of things. He owned like all this cattle and all these sheep and all these camels, which to us, it's like, who has camels these days? But I would kind of equate him to like a Bill Gates, type thing, like very, very, very wealthy. But for Job, like he also served the Lord. He had a great family. So God is like, yeah, my servant Job, he's awesome. And Satan's like, well, duh. Does he fear you for nothing? He likes you. He serves you because he's got it made. It's easy to serve you when he's got all this stuff, when he's got it made, when he's got a good family. Watch, take that away from him, and he's going to curse you. He's going to come against you, or he's going to curse you. And God's like, oh, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to cause destruction. And so the devil, takes it upon himself, and he basically wipes out Job's family. He wipes out his riches. It would be as if Job were a CEO of a company today, and the company burned to the ground, the workers and all. Like everything was taken from Job. This all happens in the first chapter of Job in the Old Testament. I encourage you to read it. It's very good. So everything is taken from him. And here's what Job says. As soon as he finds out that his family is killed, his sons and his daughters, his wife is alive, his whole family is killed, everything that he owns is gone. As soon as he finds this out, this is what he says. It says, at this, Job got up and tore his robe and shaved his head. This was a sign of mourning, that he was mourning. Then he fell to the ground and worshiped and said, naked I came from my mother's womb, and naked I will depart. The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised. In all this, Job did not sin by charging God with wrongdoing. May the name of the Lord be praised. If everything was just taken from me, I can promise you that that's not the first thing that I'm going to say. I'm going to have a lot to say. It's not going to be that. But yet, that was the one thing Satan accused. He said, yeah, if you take everything from him, or not if everything is taken from him, he's not going to serve you. Yet what does he say? So this kind of shows that Job, he's not a fair weather fan. He's not going to serve God just when things are going well. And you read throughout the story, he's even inflicted with like physical to his own body, because Satan said, well, it's because he's physically healthy. Watch, let me make him sick, and then he's going to curse you then, and it still didn't happen. And one of the things that Job says in there is someone, his wife is like, why don't you just curse God and die? Like this life is terrible for you. Everything is being taken away from you. You're sick. We have nothing. Why don't you just curse God so that you can die and so you can be free from this? And Job, he's like, seriously, woman? Like, I'm not just going to serve God when things are going well. He's worthy to be praised. He's bigger than that. He's bigger than this little situation. So his perseverance, his true fan, makes me think of James 1, verses 2 through 4. It says, consider it pure joy, my brothers, when you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith develops perseverance. Perseverance must finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. So what is this saying? This is saying that life is going to bring struggles. This is not a divide between, if you're a Christian, life is going to be good, and if you're not, life is going to be terrible. No, life is life, and people are taken away from us. and you are going to face betrayal in your life. You're going to maybe have experienced abuse and woundings. We all have. Life is going to happen. However, it's saying, consider it joy when you face those trials, because the testing of your faith develops perseverance. These things will make us mature and complete. Does it mean like, yay, I'm going through a terrible, hard time, and so I need to rejoice. I need to be happy. I need to like change the way that I feel? No, but like life is going to happen, and yet God is still God. God is still sovereign. God is still bigger than all of this. And so if we're not to be fair weather fans, that means we need to serve him even when things aren't going well. We need to serve him even when we think we got it. No, good. I'm not in a crisis, and so I'm good. I'm good. I'm fine. You don't have to help me, God. We serve him even then, even when everything's fine. In Revelations 3, verse 16, God is basically talking about the fair weather fan. He's talking about the person who's kind of sitting on the fence and coming over here and serving God when it's comfortable for them, when it's convenient for them, but then walking away when it's also convenient for them. He says, so because you are lukewarm, you're neither hot nor cold, I am about to spit you out of my mouth. So because you are lukewarm, I'm about to spit you out of my mouth. So God is saying, the fence sitting, the not picking a side, the being a fair weather fan and serving me when it's just convenient for you, like it makes me just want to spit you out of my mouth. It's despicable. Pick a side. Don't be a fair weather fan. Commit. Do this thing. And ultimately, you guys, like when we commit, when we really step over, when we really commit, when we really give our hearts to God, that is the life that we were destined for. That's what we were created to do, is to worship God. And so maybe you're in here and you need to just commit. You need to give it over. You need to say, you know what? I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to serve him in the good and the bad. When I feel like I'm okay and there's no trauma, there's no crisis, I'm going to serve him. And when things are not going well, I'm going to serve him. So I just want to pray for you guys real quick and kind of give you that opportunity. Why don't you bow your heads with me? If you are here today and you would say, you know what, Kelsey, I need to choose a side. I need to choose God. I've been a fair weather fan, and I need to really jump over. I need to make that commitment. I just want to pray for you. I'm not going to embarrass you. I'm not going to make you stand up or anything. So if you would say, Kelsey, today I want to make that decision. I want to completely follow God. Just do me a favor and raise your hand real quick, and I'm just going to pray for you. If that's you, thank you. Kelsey, I want to commit. I no longer want to be a fair weather fan. I want to follow him. Anybody else? I want to commit. Okay. All right, well, for all of the Christ followers here today, and then those of you who raised your hands, I just want to have us pray this out loud. Let this prayer come from your heart, even if you're following me in these words. So let's pray together this. Dear God, I know that I'm a sinner, and I know that my sin has separated me from you. I don't want that anymore. I want to be a true fan. God, I ask you to come into my heart, come into my life, be my Lord, and be my Savior. I desire to live for you all the days of my life. Thank you, God, for saving me. In Jesus' name, amen. Hey guys, if you prayed that prayer for the very first time, or maybe are just recommitting your heart and your life to God, there's some packets on your table, some white packets that kind of shows you how to, there's a New Testament of the Bible and a little packet that shows you kind of how to start this thing off, or how to just continue living your life for God. I want to challenge you guys before we leave. Think about this. I want you to think about the situations in your life that you are faced with, even just the little spats with people, even the frustrating times in the classroom. Think about how are you representing Christ? How deep does your fan go? If you're considering yourself to be a Christian, is that showing in all the areas of your life? Or are you just serving him out of convenience and kind of using him as a change machine or like put in the change, I put in my time, and then he gives me what I need to get. So yeah, think about that, and I just challenge you guys to be thinking about that through the week. So you guys have a great week. Thank you for coming. Love y'all, and I'll see you.